Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary hanging out with you guys. Rico, what's up?
Hello.
How's we doing?
I am doing great. I feel great. I am not as tired after my workout.
Day 4 of Farrell's, correct?
Yep, day 4, and
All
I'm
right.
feeling fantastic. Speaking of Farrell's, we've got a couple people out there right now getting their workout in. So I am very interested in how that's going.
I was honestly bummed because, and there's nothing like that we can do about this, and there's nothing that even like they did it on intentionally or anything like
yes,
that.
They didn't want us there because they knew we'd show them up.
Here's the deal. They sent out an email to all of us staff members and was like, hey, workout's going to be on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And I made the joke of, you must not have wanted the most athletic person in the office there because I'm doing a show.
Because obviously I'm here.
Because here I am. So unfortunately, I was honestly bummed because I wanted to get over there and I wanted to do the workout with everybody at 1 o'clock. Yep. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
VJ did his earlier because he had to leave. Strick is out there. Terrell said he was going to be out there, but as he was leaving, he goes, "You really think I'm going to do this workout?" I go, "No," and he goes, "Yeah, you're right.
That's
I'm
right.
not going to do it."
Terrell's still in great shape. He's still
who else?
Pretty
is out
strong.
There?
Everybody. Mark's shooting the
Mark's
videos. Jake Sorensen is out there.
Out there. Sipple was supposed to. Again, another person. I doubt it.
Oh gosh, Sipple punching a bag.
Is Jay out there?
I don't think so. AD and Raph are out there. They're doing the workout. I know for sure. So we're missing out big time. But
I asked Bach if he was going to go, and he was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, come on, Bach." See Bach do some kickboxing.
That would be fun. But no, seriously, there's still time to sign up for classes. Sign up for 10-week challenges coming up.
January 6th.
Yeah, so there's still time to sign up for the 10-week challenge at Farrell's. And if you guys...
They've said this is the largest one that they've ever had.
And they just opened a new location, 70th and Vine.
Massive.
70th and Vine, that little strip mall.
That's the one that I go to at 9:15 every day, and it is fantastic. Loving the workout so far. A lot of pain, but pain is weakness leaving the body, as some people have said. But it's fun. It's a blast. Meeting a lot of cool people there.
It was something that AD said yesterday on the drive that really stuck out to me. The muscle only gains size through stress. And that was intense. Like that's a powerful kind of thing to say.
True.
So shout out to all those guys putting in the work over at Farrell's. Make sure if you are thinking about it, possibly joining the 10-week challenge, make sure you sign up. If you use promo code The Ticket, then you are able to get it for half off. And then if you want more information and you want to hear the people in charge of the entire thing, make sure you tune into Fitness Fanatics on every Sunday morning from 9 to 11. So
and I know that VJ, speaking of some of the people that you meet, VJ was his instructor for his 12 o'clock or 12:15 was Mark Manning's wife.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, she's out there. I used to do classes with her 2 years ago when I did it at like 8 a.m. Or whatever time that I went. I don't remember what time I went, but she was out there.
That was a long time ago.
Wonderful lady.
Yeah. Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, Sartor Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys, as well as the Sartor Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. All those avenues for you guys to get in touch with the show. We got a lot of stuff to get to. A lot of just quick hit things early on through this first segment.
To make fun of me, apparently.
Yeah, because Rico has had a tough couple of days with the teams that he's cheered on or cheering for.
Yeah, not the greatest sports week so far.
Whether it's the Patriots and against the Bengals, right?
Losing.
The Bengals, right?
Yes, the Bengals.
And then it was the Knicks last night. And I know you guys talked about this in the water cooler, but we'll touch on it.
The Knicks last 4.
Yeah, that's right.
They were on an 8-game win streak, and now they are on a 4-game losing streak. And last night was just the cherry on top of just a terrible streak of games.
So Luka Doncic, have your personal feelings aside, that man went off last night.
He is an amazing basketball player. I don't care what anybody says.
He is the first. I want to make sure I get this right. first player in NBA history to have 60, 20, and 10.
Yes.
60 points, 20 rebounds, 11 assists, 21 rebounds. I think it was 10
Yeah,
assists.
he finished with 21. Yeah.
So that's he made history last night. And I saw some crazy statistic that teams were 0 and 138. Did you see this statistic as well?
Did.
Remind me what it was. It was like 0 and 138 when
Something
you're
like that,
down by
when
a certain amount of
when
points.
trailing by like 10 points with like 40 seconds left.
Yeah.
Because the Knicks were up by, I believe, 10, maybe 8 with 41 seconds left.
So
And
here we go.
Somehow figured out a way to lose.
NBA teams were 0. Just kidding. I was way off.
Yeah. It's a big, very big
and
number.
13,884 in the last 20 seasons when trailing by at least 9 points with 35 or fewer seconds remaining.
Yep.
0 wins in the last 13,884 games.
The Knicks were up 110 to 102, 101 with 44 seconds left.
Yeah.
And they lost the
it.
game.
Because Luka, while it was 115 to 113, Luka decides to intentionally miss a free throw.
Which is hard on its own.
Yeah, when you try to miss a free throw and get it to bounce a specific way, it's a lot tougher than people think it is. He figures out a way to get it to bounce off the back iron, and it gets tipped up a couple times. He shoots a mid-range jumper, like he catches it, shoots it in midair as time's about to expire, and it goes in. I think at that moment you realize that the Mavs are going to win that game.
You're not winning that game if you're the Knicks. It goes to overtime. Luka's just going to continue to be that dude.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean,
look, the only reason this is me being positive. The only reason Luka put up those numbers is because RJ only played 2 minutes.
That's true.
RJ got hurt at the beginning of the game. That's the only reason Luka put up those numbers. But again, they wasted another career night from a player. Quentin Grimes puts up 33 points.
Yeah.
And they lose. 2 games ago against the Bulls, RJ puts up 40 points and they lose.
Yeah.
I can't do it, man.
It's a tough time right now.
Becoming a broken man.
But then also on top of that, we are still waiting on the NFL's official word on what Mac Jones is going to receive for his hit.
I think they said nothing. I think
it's
the Patriots said nothing. Okay. I don't know if the NFL said anything. I doubt they suspend him. They should.
Okay, thank you.
They should.
Because I was curious where we're standing on that. Because
it's dumb, it's idiotic, it's dirty, man. It's unnecessary. I don't know, man. And the dangerous
that man was
thing,
not catching the ball.
The dangerous thing is that defensive players are going to take, if he continues to do what he's doing,
bingo.
Defensive players are going to take exception to what he's doing to their teammates. And there's going to be some sort of retaliation.
Exactly.
Yeah, that person will end up suspended, fined, kicked out of the game, whatever. But they're going to get their message across to Mac Jones one way or another.
Yeah, no,
he's putting a target on his back. And as a quarterback, there's a lot of different ways that you can get it. If you throw a pick, you better just lay down on the ground, because if you don't keep your head on a swivel, you're done.
Yeah, let's see. Is there a potential that Mac Jones? So I searched Mac Jones right on the internet right here, Rico, as I'm trying to watch the play one more time. But is there a chance Mac Jones doesn't get the starting job in 2023? Is that a real conversation going on right now?
I don't think so.
Because the first article that I pulled up from this comes from NBC Sports and Yahoo Sports. Patriots talk. Who could compete with Mac Jones for the starting quarterback job in 2023?
There should be an open competition based on how this season is going. But again, he's 1 year removed off of being a Pro Bowler. He's 1 year removed off of taking his team to the playoffs and having a fantastic season. You have to remember this year he did miss a couple of games due to injury, and that's when Bailey Zappi took over. And
everybody was cheering Bailey Zappi.
The Zappi magic or whatever. So,
and you said you claimed him as the next Tom Brady, maybe not on air, but off air.
I did because he was a late round pick and he came in after the starter got hurt. But then he got benched.
Yeah.
But I don't know if an open competition is quite necessary, but they're gonna need to hold Mac Jones' feet to the fire and be like, look, man, you gotta produce. You're a first round draft pick that we took in the top 20. We can't be having you have a season like this and also on top of it be a dirty player. So I don't think there's going to be an open competition next year because I don't know who it's going to be with. Because although I do like Bailey Zappi, he's not Mac Jones.
So here are the 3 names that they mentioned in this article to not necessarily win the job, but compete with Mac Jones in 2023 for the starting quarterback job. First up, Baker Mayfield.
No. That's not happening.
No. Okay.
Baker Mayfield and Bill Belichick do not seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, that seems like it
People
might not
need
work.
to remember when you're making this, they have to deal with Bill Belichick.
Okay, so here's one that I'm going to go back to this one because I think this is the most likely.
It's Tom Brady, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can see this being the most likely. Third, Gardner Minshew.
I don't hate it because he has a good arm. He's very accurate. He's very football smart. I think he could fit with a Bill Belichick, but Gardner Minshew to me is a career backup and a really good backup.
I agree. Okay, I agree. Sort of
Gardner
like Ryan
Minshew's-
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew is always
maybe not with the arm of Ryan Fitzpatrick,
No.
but service ability to
Yeah.
he's going to be able to go out and orchestrate an offense.
Gardner Minshew is always going to be that backup quarterback that you're just like, oh my gosh, he's still in the league, and a quarterback's going to get hurt.
How is this guy not starting yet?
Yeah, a quarterback's going to get hurt. He's going to come into the game. He's going to win the game, and then the next week, the starter's going to be back in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so once again, 402-464-5685. Give us your thoughts on this. Third, and last but not least, Jimmy Garoppolo. And here is here's the deal. A former Patriot himself, Jimmy Garoppolo, and that's why I left it for last. Because in this article, it says, quote, Belichick loves him too much to compete.
Loves
Jimmy
him.
Garoppolo is the starter if he comes to New England. That complicates things a lot.
So I don't know if anybody else paid as much attention to this as I did when it happened. When the Jimmy Garoppolo trade happened, Bill Belichick was ready to trade away Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted Jimmy to be the successor to Tom Brady and be the new starter in New England. Robert Kraft did not want that. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady obviously did not want that. Went over Bill's head, talked to Kraft about it. Kraft told Bill, if you trade Brady away, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's not going to be pretty. Forced Bill Belichick, because he's the GM in New England as well, forced Bill Belichick to trade Jimmy away because Tom Brady didn't like him as his backup because he knew it was only a matter of time before he took over for him as the starting quarterback. And he was kind of terrified of what happened when he took over, where the starter gets hurt, Drew Bledsoe gets hurt, and he supplants him and never gets his job back. Jeez. So he was forced to trade Jimmy away. Loves Jimmy Garoppolo. Always wanted Jimmy to be the next quarterback in New England.
Well, now he might have a shot.
But damn it, Jimmy's not good.
We always disagree on this.
We always
butt heads on this.
For me, when that trade happened, I said, okay, what they're doing is they're trading Jimmy away to get starter experience. So in a couple of years, when Tom Brady hangs it up, because obviously we thought he would not play until he's 45.
Yep.
In a couple of years, when he hangs it up or whatever happens, they'll re-sign Jimmy as a free agent or trade back for Jimmy Garoppolo, bring him in, and he'll be the starter. He went to the Super Bowl, and I was like, damn it, there's no way he leaves San Francisco now. And then he started to play worse. And then I thought, I don't want Jimmy Garoppolo back. And now I still don't know if I want Jimmy Garoppolo back.
We always butt heads on this Jimmy Garoppolo topic.
Right now, you look at the Niners and the weapons he has around him are actually pretty damn good.
Well, so that's the interesting thing with the 49ers.
New England doesn't have a Deebo Samuel.
That's a good point.
New England doesn't have a George Kittle. They don't have a Christian McCaffrey or an Ayuk. Yeah. They don't have any of that.
So that's what's interesting about the 49ers is, and over time, especially I think with Brock Purdy kind of taking over. And once again, give us your thoughts if you'd like to on Jimmy G, on the 49ers, on any NFL thoughts as we kind of round out this segment. I think what's interesting and becoming more of a belief throughout just NFL fans since Brock Purdy took over is that San Francisco's system works well with a lot of quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not necessarily you can't just plug anybody in there and expect them to be successful.
Almost.
But it shows kind of the system that Kyle Shanahan has sort of built in San Fran, I think. Because the ability to, whether it was the North Dakota State guy that got hurt, Trey Lance. Man, you don't think about him. People forget about Trey Lance.
Is Trey Lance going to be the starter next year?
Time's running out.
People say if Brock Purdy takes him to the NFC Championship, does Trey Lance get a chance, or is it just the Brock Purdy show?
Like that's where you got to think about the conversation. Let me put a bow on this. It showed, I mean, how it was the Trey Lance to then Jimmy G, and Jimmy G with the 49ers had success. Like he put them in a playoff position, right, for the bulk of the season. He ends up getting hurt, and now Brock Purdy's able to kind of slide in, and they've won a couple games as well, right? So that shows more of a system and the ability to make decisions, I suppose, from a quarterback standpoint.
Kind of like what Bill Belichick did in New England.
Bingo.
When Tom Brady went down.
Exactly.
And Hoyer took over. Or not Hoyer. You were saying his name the other day. Kansas City Chiefs legend.
Matt Castle.
Matt Castle took over.
Yes.
And led them to almost the playoffs. I think they had 11 wins that year and missed the playoffs, which is just crazy. And then Tom Brady came back, and I mean, you've seen it. I mean, even after it hasn't been to the same level, but after Brady's left, Mac Jones and Cam Newton didn't work, but that was a different quarterback for a system that was not suited to his skill set, unfortunately. But Mac Jones, you saw it with Bailey Zappi. The system works if you have a quarterback who's willing to run it.
So that's where it's interesting. But now, as we look forward, I see Jimmy G not being in San Francisco, but I think these last couple games that he played in, or the games that he played in this season, I think he may have even improved his stock to trade.
Look, Patriots fans,
or his ability to sign a deal.
Patriots fans loved Jimmy G, and I'm sure they would welcome him with open arms.
What's that mean for Mac Jones?
I will be a little bit more hesitant if that happens.
You don't like Jimmy G, and you need to start liking Jimmy G.
Mac Jones, if that happens, is in for a world of trouble because I don't know where he goes if that happens.
Man, that's wild. I missed this last night with all the bowl games going on. Since we're talking Mac Jones, according to NBC Sports, NFL will fine Mac Jones $11,139 for low block on Eli Apple.
Is that enough?
No, but anything's going to be kind of just chump change at that point. By rule, all blocks below the waist are a violation. The letter officially informing Jones of the fine will be delivered on Tuesday or Wednesday. The move from Jones seemed questionable, given that he was part of the effort to make a tackle following a turnover. Jones claims he was trying to keep Apple from blocking Patriots receiver Tyquan Thornton. So there it is. Regardless, it was a maneuver that violated the rules, and Jones will be making an involuntary contribution, holy smoke, excuse me, to the charity of the NFL's choice. Just like that. So $11,000.
The charity of the NFL's choice.
Of the NFL's choice. NFL.
Okay. Yeah, just us.
Hey, can you just give us the NFL?
Hey, just give us the money. We'll give it to a charity.
Yeah, we'll take care.
We're not going to tell you
it's in good hands. We promise. All right, 402-464-5685. Bob, is it Bob? Sam. Sorry, Sam. What's on your mind, man? Thanks for calling.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I wanted to pick your guys' brain about some of that Brock Purdy talk because it seems to me like the NFL is a space in which teams can kind of buy a few pieces and set up these systems where quarterbacks can compete at a high level. And I wanted to hear you guys talk about that because it seems to me like Brock Purdy is a good quarterback, certainly was a good college quarterback. Trey Lance, you said it didn't really work out with Trey Lance, which is fascinating to me because of how highly he was scouted and how highly he was scouted didn't really work out in that system. And then you plug Brock Purdy in. What does it take for NFL teams to get to that point where they can just create a system and plug the right guy in and it'll work? Anyway, I'll hang up and listen to you guys talk.
I appreciate that phone call, Sam. That's interesting. So I'm sure a lot of people know he was Mr. Irrelevant in the last pick of the draft in 2022. Brock Purdy is.
You never really hear from them after their parade at
that's
Disney
true.
World, Disneyland.
So it's interesting to think about it in terms of how NFL franchises need to set up systems. I think it worked really well with San Francisco because, and going back to Trey Lance, I suppose.
Do you want
a couple thoughts?
Do you want to go to a break and then come back with Brock Purdy?
Yeah, let's formulate our thoughts here. So Sam, we'll answer your question and give some thoughts. We might even see if DP wants to think about, because he'd be a good guy to ask. He would be. So
He's worked in those spaces.
He's worked in that. So we'll take a break. We might be joined by DP, or we'll just kind of pick his brain a little bit, get some thoughts, and we'll answer Sam's call and any thoughts that you guys may have. 402-464-5685 coming up after this on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter. Nick.fm.com.
Well, it's the sacrifices that they have made. They are our angels of freedom and wings of protection, fighting hard each and every day to defend our country. We pray for their swift return. They are truly America's heroes. This message is brought to you by Jeff Walters at Walters Painting, your interior, exterior, commercial, and residential painting experts. They don't cut corners, they paint them. To book an estimate, visit walterspaintinginc.com. Walters Painting of Lincoln, wishing you a safe and happy new year.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. Our holiday gift card special is back. When you put a $50, receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, Cactus, and all Lincoln Good Sense subs. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
Sand Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into garnerindustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work clean, modern facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at garnerindustries.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Half. Visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Mary Manor School of Childhood at 320 North 48th Street reminds listeners, this winter season, please use caution, courtesy, and common sense when driving. And remember, save that text message for when you're not behind the wheel so you can keep our kids and community safe. This message is brought to you by Mary Manor School of Childhood in Lincoln, featuring the finest in early childhood education and care. Call 402-466-2215 or visit marymanor.org. Open for ages 6 weeks to 13 years with 70-plus years of experience.
Hey guys, Nick Sadert here, and I want to tell you about my friends at Spine and Sports Chiropractic. I experienced a herniated disc in my lower back a few years ago, and thanks to the folks at Spine and Sports, I got back to feeling 100%. At Spine and Sports, they use the active release technique, which involves the soft tissue and can alleviate headaches, shoulder pain, plantar fasciitis, and more. What I like most about the ART method is that your doctor will construct a plan that fits your needs. Loved one is struggling with addiction. Contact our
Sunday.
Your Lincoln forecast 40, mostly cloudy skies as expected. Mild temperatures in the forecast too. We'll see a high of around 44. Tonight, cloudy skies and the low around 31. And tomorrow, we'll see more cloudy skies with a chance of rain and potentially in the afternoon. We'll see a high around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Piker for 93.7 The Ticket. The Ticket out.
American Dad. If you're ready for a career where you can truly do everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit ASBMidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Mary Manor School of Childhood at 320 North 48th Street reminds listeners this winter season, please use caution, courtesy, and common sense when driving. And remember, save that text message for when you're not behind the wheel so you can keep our kids and community safe. This message is brought to you by Mary Manor School of Childhood in Lincoln, and care. Call 402-466-2215 or visit marymanor.org. Open for ages 6 weeks to 13 years with 70 plus years of experience.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal. I'm golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in.
We were just part of a class.
We are back here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Rico back with you. Okay, so
learned us some knowledge.
In response to Sam's question, talking about scheme and talking about how long it takes to instill a certain scheme or identity within an NFL franchise. Like Rico said, we just had about a 7-minute conversation with DP over the break.
It was wonderful, and we're not going to do it any justice.
Yeah, we're going to try our best here. Basically, to put everything into a nutshell, right? If you don't do stupid things, it allows you to do really, really good things.
Yes.
I mean, and that's
pretty much it.
And you guys are going to get mad at us because that's how basic it sounds. But part of it with Jimmy Garoppolo, for example, is through New England under a guy like Bill Belichick. Mike Tomlin is in the same kind of category as well. Under those two guys, and there's some other coaches, I'm sure, but they eliminate any of the stupid or dumb things that you could do as a young quarterback.
You eliminate the mistakes to build upon what you have.
So then Jimmy Garoppolo goes from a place like New England to San Francisco, where you have Kyle Shanahan and you have pretty good amount of talent around you when Jimmy Garoppolo got there. Obviously, like Brandon Ayuk kind of came into his own last season. Deebo Samuel had the whole like two-way running back, wide receiver kind of thing. And San Francisco's a lot cuter and they do a lot more, much more complicated plays maybe than New England does, right? Whether it's guys in motion or, you know what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
And they didn't have Christian McCaffrey at the time, but they had a solid offensive line. They had a good defense, and they didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. And that's just Jimmy Garoppolo because luckily for the 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo was able to come from a place like from Bill Belichick and under Tom Brady, where if you didn't play if you were doing dumb mistakes. If you make dumb mistake after dumb mistake, Bill Belichick takes that out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So there's benefit for the 49ers specifically because now they've started transitioning where they have a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo where maybe the stats don't jump off the page, but you're not making dumb mistakes and you're not asking your quarterback to be Superman.
He's not, and this is something that's been said about Jimmy Garoppolo for quite a while now, is he's not going to win you a game, but he's not going to lose you a game. He's going to get the ball to the players who will have a much bigger impact than he's going to get the ball to the playmakers is what he's going to do. He's going to get the ball to Kittle. He's going to get the ball to Ayuk. He's going to get the ball to now Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get the ball to the playmakers who will then make plays and keep things, pretty simple to win those games.
And so then going back to the other part of Sam's question in the previous segment, and Sam, thanks again for the phone call, 402-464-5685. Talking about Trey Lance and kind of his future and now Brock Purdy's in that conversation through a couple games. Trey Lance, Rico and I were talking during the break. Trey Lance and San Francisco operated the way that you're told to operate. Start to slowly introduce those guys to the NFL game. And if you remember back to last season, they had special packages, they had special plays, especially near the goal line where Trey Lance would come in and then you provided much more of a mobile quarterback option near the goal line if you were San Francisco.
And if you think
in
about
his rookie season.
Yeah, if you think about the Trey Lance experience, I hesitate to call it a failure because he didn't play last year. He, like you just said, he had packages where he would come in, but he didn't start the games and go all the way through and all that. And this year he played in 2 games and got hurt in the second game. I'm not going to call Trey Lance in the NFL a failure just yet. I do think that he might have been taken a little bit too high in the limited amount of college games that he was able to put on tape. But I still think that he needs a chance to, showcase himself and show what he can do in the NFL, because right now he's not getting a fair shake. He didn't get to play his first year. His second year, he got hurt, and now he might get bypassed by Brock Purdy.
But that's what's crazy about the NFL, Rico. I mean, we know this, right? Not for long, right? Jay talks about it all the time. And where you look at a guy like Trey Lance here, and yes, he might have been taken too early. You have to remember that he sat out his last season. It was the COVID year.
He played one game.
Played one game, the first game
and
of the season.
Was not good.
Not a good game. But then he sat out the rest of the year, was still a top 5 pick, right? 3rd overall, I believe, to the 49ers. But now that's the luxury that San Francisco has, since we talked about, with all the talent around them and with what they preach and how they operate on a day-to-day basis and on Sundays, I suppose, is that a guy like Brock Purdy, who has a good football mind and a good enough talent, right? He's able to make something happen, especially when you have a guy like Christian McCaffrey, a healthy Christian McCaffrey in the backfield, a guy like George Kittle, who's becoming Brock Purdy's favorite target, and then Ayuk and Deebo Samuel.
Honestly,
on the
George
edge.
Kittle on anybody's team should be the quarterback's favorite target.
That's what's interesting, though, because now going forward, it's not Trey Lance or bust. It's not, if it's not Trey Lance, if it's not this guy that we've now invested in, we won't win games. That's not the case. It's we can win games with Trey Lance. We can win games with Brock Purdy. We can win games with Jimmy Garoppolo. Why can't we go out and win games with Mac Jones? Why can't we go out and win games with the 46-year-old Tom Brady next season?
It's a luxury, but it's also a detriment, because then you need to figure out who you're going to invest in.
Yeah. You're right, because at some point you have to have a little bit of stability.
You're going to have to make a decision at some point, and you better make the right decision.
Yeah,
that's the problem at having, possibly 3 quarterbacks who can run your system to a point where you're winning games at a high enough level to make the playoffs.
Well, and now looking forward or looking ahead, obviously evaluating the draft classes coming up. I mean, you wonder, where is Trey Lance's value on the trade market right now, or where is Jimmy Garoppolo's value? I'm not sure if his but
Trey Lance is pretty much a rookie.
I know
he has 2 years in the NFL.
Yes.
He knows how to practice. He knows how to do all this stuff, all of that stuff. So he's got that leg up on rookies. But in terms of playing times, in terms of playing time, and in terms of tape that you have in the NFL against, the talent that you're going to be facing week in and week out, he's pretty much a rookie. He doesn't have much on tape. He has 2 games that he started in the NFL. The first one was the first game of the season against Chicago where they lost 19-10, and he didn't have the greatest showing. And then the second game was he started against Seattle, and he was 2 of 3 before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see going forward. I don't know if I'm envious or jealous of the position that the 49ers front office is in, because you have to decide whether or not you hitch your trailer to Brock Purdy, who, if you don't know if this is a sustainable kind of performance.
Is this just
or
a,
you don't
a
you
flash in the
you're
pan?
coming off of you're going into Trey Lance. You're going to commit to Trey Lance, who is still on his rookie deal and has played 2 games and then just pieces of games in his rookie year with you guys.
Brock Purdy's on a better rookie deal.
Or obviously. Or you hitch your wagon to Jimmy Garoppolo,
a guy who's been there, done that for you
exactly
year in and year out. But again, it's one of the things that I
Jimmy
just said.
Garoppolo.
He's not going to win you a game. He's not going to win you the Super Bowl. Now you have to. The thing is, you have to make sure that you understand what I'm. It's. He's not going to make that spectacular play.
He's not
like
a Patrick
Mahomes or a Josh Allen or even a Joe Burrow at some points, or a Lamar Jackson especially. That's going to, you're going to look back and be like, this is the play that won the game. Although he did have that overthrow that definitely could have won them a game.
That's right.
Against Kansas City. He's not going to win you the game, but he's going to do enough and keep you in the game long enough where he won't lose you the game until he can get the ball to a George Kittle, to a Bradley Ayuk, or a Brandon Ayuk, and they'll win the game for you by making 2 people miss and getting to the end zone or getting a first down.
A better way to even categorize it this way, Rico, is that he won't lose you a game because of stupid mistakes. The way he's going to keep you in the game is by not turning over the football and just running the offense, just orchestrating the offense.
As much as people might hate it, he's not going to take an unnecessary chance.
Yeah.
If he sees, and it's kind of what DP was talking about, is you take positive yards when you can get them. Take the check down.
Yeah, so
you don't have to force,
with a guy like Christian McCaffrey
you don't have to force it down the field to a guy streaking down the field, or a guy running a slant, but there's a linebacker in the window and you got to loft it above his head just to get it above his hands and get it into the receiver's hands. If the running back is a couple of yards, like a yard forward of the line of scrimmage, dump it off to him. Let him get another 2 yards. Let him get 3 yards. Stay ahead of the chains, stay ahead of schedule, and keep the ball moving down the field. You don't a big play doesn't have to happen every time.
So somebody says on the text line, Waterboy 402-464-5685 says, I don't understand why Ayuk's name is coming up more than Debo.
I just keep forgetting.
We just keep saying Ayuk.
Ayuk is funner to say. It's more fun to say. More fun.
Hello.
Funner?
No, it's not funner.
It's more fun.
It's more fun to say.
I messed up.
More enjoyable to say.
It's more fun to say.
But yeah, no,
Debo is cool though.
Debo is pretty sweet. Debo Samuel. I don't know. Debo has
Ayuk.
There's less. I want to be careful. I say this.
Careful.
Less pizzazz around Debo Samuel this year.
It's because he's not playing
Wide
back.
receiver, and
he's not wide back.
He's not the Duck R.
He's just a wide receiver now. He's still a really good wide receiver.
Put Debo back at the Duck R.
But I think in terms of how they're running things, I think Debo, and this is not a slight, I think Debo's the number 2 receiver.
Behind
Ayuk.
Statistically, he's not.
No.
Statistically, he's number 1. But in terms of targets and receptions and all that.
Yeah.
But you have to understand it was Jimmy Garoppolo for the majority of the season, not Brock Purdy, not Trey Lance either. So, all right, let's go.
I like Debo more than Ayuk, though.
Update from the Military Bowl between the Duke Blue Devils and the Gus Malzahn led UCF Knights, Golden Knights.
Forget about Gus.
7-7. Yeah, shout out to Gus Malzahn.
Forget about Gus.
Found a nice little nesting spot in Central Florida.
Nesting spot.
Cultivate the talent.
That's
as AD
good.
says,
That's
spread
good.
the seed, cultivate the talent.
Nope, too far.
So, all right. Waterboy says, Rico, you're crazy.
I know. Thank you.
And we're about to take a break. Husker basketball sold out tomorrow night against Iowa.
Yes, sir.
Husker Women's Hoops has a game against top 15 Michigan Wolverines tonight as well. We'll kind of talk about those two things. More specifically, men's basketball, especially because I was not expecting to sell out.
I don't think
And
anybody was.
sell out doesn't necessarily mean butts and seats.
Exactly. All the tickets are sold.
But tickets are sold. So that's something to kind of hang your hat on if you're a Husker fan, especially if you're Fred Hoiberg, because maybe there's a product. And this is kind of what we talked about after the Creighton game. this might be a product now that fans are excited to cheer for. They enjoy cheering for it.
It is fun.
Let's talk about it coming up next. We'll see. Strick should have gotten done with his workout about 8 minutes ago.
I think so.
If he's still alive, if he's still breathing,
we'll see.
We'll find out, but we'll bring in Nathan Brennan for sure for the crossover coming up next on the Happy Hour.
Download our app by searching 93.7 Ticket in your app. Stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mary Manor School of Childhood at 320 North 48th Street reminds listeners this winter season, please use caution, courtesy, and common sense when driving. And remember, save that text message for when you're not behind the wheel so you can keep our kids and community safe. This message is brought to you by Mary Manor School of Childhood in Lincoln, featuring the finest in early childhood education and care. Call 402-466-2215 or visit marymanor.org. Open for ages 6 weeks to 13 years with 70-plus years of experience.
Ever think of having a career in plumbing or heating? Do you enjoy watching your favorite game in a nice, comfortable space? Taking a shower after a warm day? Well, everyone we serve at Biggerstaff Plumbing, Heating, and Air sure does. If you're interested in a career in plumbing, heating, and air, come join our team where you'll get paid while training. No experience required. Enjoy great pay and benefits in a friendly environment. Call Biggerstaff Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 402-466-8118 or apply online at biggerstaffs.com.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. Our holiday gift card special is back. When you purchase a $50 gift card, receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Run Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, Cactus, and all Lincoln Good Sense subs. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Hopcat exists at the intersection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a best-in-class beer experience served by craft beer experts, guests can expect a casual, inviting local gathering place with some of the best damn burgers and fries you'll find in Lincoln. Hopcat is your pregame headquarters for basketball and volleyball all season long. Hopcat is located at 6th and P in the Haymarket. To plan your next trip to Hopcat, visit www.hopcat.com.
There's a lot that goes into buying a home. Security First Bank can help lighten the load. Whether you're looking for more space or a new place, we make the process easier with friendly, experienced mortgage lenders. And whether you're building new or remodeling the old, we have flexible financing too. Security First Bank. We're the bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Tickett's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTKF at first. 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
I wasn't wrong.
Rigo, we're not talking about that anymore.
I wasn't wrong.
We're not talking about it anymore. You also are still wrong.
I'm not wrong. Brandon,
No, stop. Don't say anything. Nate, who's the number one receiving target for San Francisco?
Is my mic on?
Who is the number one receiver?
Well, probably George Kittle.
I knew it. I knew he would say something stupid.
What? How's
It
that
is
stupid?
No, it's not stupid. I should preface.
But not be declared a receiver.
Not favorite target.
Yeah,
Who's
not
the
favorite.
number one?
Well, the number one target on the 49ers is George Kittle.
Under Brock Purdy, it is. Prior to Brock Purdy, George Kittle was not the number one target.
That is true.
Brock Purdy has found comfort in George Kittle.
George Kittle
Rightfully
also
so.
hasn't played an entire season.
Rightfully so.
Before he was their number one target.
Yes, but I'm saying, okay.
Between these two,
You guys have to clarify.
between Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, who's the number one target?
Like, who has been targeted more?
No, just answer the question.
You guys have made this a very terribly worded question.
Who is the best receiver on the 49ers?
Why couldn't you have said that to begin with? Why
Who is
couldn't
the
you have
number
started with
one
that?
receiver?
Not even the same thing at all. You're going down these loopholes. What is the question? Who is the best receiver?
Who is the best?
Who is the best receiver?
Who-
Deebo Samuel. You could have started it that way.
You're wrong.
Nate, you give me a headache, man.
You guys need to be better with your
Brandon
questioning.
Brandon Ayuk has 11 more receptions, 243 more yards,
five more touchdowns. Come on, man. In
3 more games.
Thank you. 3 more games. He's played 3 more games than Deebo Samuel.
Also, you cannot tell me right now that
if
if you're a GM and you had to decide to pay either Brandon
Yeah,
Ayuk
you're
or
paying
Samuel.
Deebo Samuel.
Brandon Ayuk's 2 years younger.
You're paying Deebo Samuel.
15
pounds heavier or lighter.
Yeah, you're paying Deebo Samuel.
You know who I'm paying over all of them, though? You know who I'm paying over all
Why
of
are
them?
you bringing up the weight?
You know who I'm paying?
I know,
George Kittle.
Oh, okay,
They're
George
both
Kittle.
6 foot. George Kittle. And then I'm paying Brock Purdy.
So here's a question.
How about that? Yes, I am.
Here's a question
winner.
for you, Nate. So, with breaking news out of the Raiders camp, they are benched Derek Carr and
Maybe Duke will win.
No, they threw an incomplete pass.
Gas.
Maybe
Virginia Tech.
Why? So the Raiders have benched Derek Carr and they're turning to Jared Stidham.
That's a bad
this
idea.
season. Do the Colts take Derek Carr and trade out of the top 5?
I actually just saw the meme of the one guy that's like acting like he's going to jump off a building and then drinks the bleach. That guy. Have you seen that meme before?
Yeah. Yes.
It was when the Colts trade out of the top 5 and pay Derek Carr. Is the meme. And it
So
was
do they not-
blowing up.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
I did.
Do they?
So he doesn't want Derek Carr.
No, but this
Come
is
on in, Stricky.
Look at him.
Come on
Look
in,
at him.
Stricky. Look at his high stumbling,
that man
fumbling,
needs a break.
fumbling, stumbling.
Get in here.
There he is.
Get in
There
here.
he is. Stricky.
There he goes.
Wearing the sunglasses so we can't see this pain in his eyes. How we doing, Strick?
Hey, Stricky.
What's up?
How you feeling, buddy?
I'm great.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's a work.
It's
a
work.
work, man.
I told you. That's a good
Don't-
thing.
Don't get it twisted. It is. It's positive. I mean, I guess I'm trying to get prepared for what's about to come on the New Year's. You know, after you, this is the Thanksgiving and Christmas is when you
they get
you go in, and so yeah, it's just his makeup. This
Yeah.
is catch up, but it was good, man.
Your Farrell's
Good stuff.
class?
Farrell's, yeah, it was good. First one. It works your body.
Yeah,
you're gonna feel it.
Feel like kickboxer now?
I am an MMA star.
There you go.
in my dreams.
There it is.
Problem solved.
Just like that. So is
now he can add
I don't know
kickboxing
how
to
I
his
made it.
repertoire.
I'm surprised I made
really.
it. I almost-
How did everybody else do? Honestly, now since like Jake Sorensen's not here.
Raph was, he got it in. He fought
Okay,
through it. You know what I mean? AD got about 800 calories burned off.
Dang.
He was working. His rate got up to about 97, so he was working.
Wow.
And boy, Sorensen was going in on the bag. It's like he was taking out some frustration.
He seemed a little. He seemed a little on
probably
edge
is
today.
letting out
the
some
Dolphins.
frustration.
Yeah,
The
the
Dolphins. They got
Sadie
the
B.
Dolphins. Everybody made it all the way through, though.
Yeah. Everybody made 45
Fantastic.
minutes.
Nice.
Good workout?
Little short 15-second interval breaks. A little water.
Well, you guys get
now I'm ready
breaks?
to go to sleep on the block.
You guys get breaks? We don't get breaks.
He's ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, they give us all 15 minutes.
But going back to, I don't know how to feel about Derek Carr. Is he bad?
I like Derek Carr.
Derek Carr got benched, by the way. The
For
Raiders are
Jared
benched.
Stidham.
Oh wow. Oh, so
Yeah.
they're serious about it then.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he has a clause in his contract that if he can't pass a physical, he's guaranteed $40 million. So
Do
the
you fail the
idea,
physical?
no, the idea is that he stays on the bench so he will remain healthy and be able to pass that physical, so they can get rid of him in the offseason.
Gotcha.
But this is the thing: if the Colts draft a quarterback in the top 5 and then take Derek Carr for a rental like year or two, I'm okay with it. Long-term solution, no.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
I like
You like
Derek
Derek
Carr.
I like Derek Carr
Who's a
too.
good fit for them?
For
Because
the
they're-
Raiders.
and I want to talk about this sometime this week or next week, but I think that, and here's the discussion. I think that what happened and transpired with some of the veterans of this year, with i.e. your Russell Wilsons, the veteran quarterbacks that got paid a tremendous bag,
Kyler Murray.
and now they're
Your boy.
They're not my boy. But now I think it's giving people pause because what they're starting to see out there. I mean, is it real? Is the Brock Purdy types out there? Are they real?
Well,
is there a move that Aaron Rodgers is available?
Well,
to make?
that's where I
Those
think
are the things
some,
that you're going to be
something that, and part of this
Oh,
is because
Tom Brady too.
Yeah,
Watch out.
Yeah, part of this
Apparently, that's a thing.
Part of this could be because of how poor the Raiders have been doing. Devontae Adams. I mean, there's still no better receiver that gets a greater amount of separation in the league because of his route running. But the Raiders, I think not having Aaron Rodgers and not having a chemistry is hurting Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams has still been an elite receiver this year.
Because he's Devontae Adams. He's going to get
tied
his
for the
targets.
league in touchdowns.
Well, yes, he's going to get his targets. Of course, he's going to get his targets. But I'm saying, do we hear about Devontae Adams like we heard about him in Green Bay?
Isn't he like number 3 in fantasy or whatever?
Have we heard about Devontae Adams?
Because his team's not winning.
That's what I'm saying.
But Devontae Adams is still getting his.
Going from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr.
He's still putting up numbers.
Of course, and that's what I just said. Devontae Adams is one of the best receivers in the league.
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
Never mind. We'll just
I'm confused. Where are you going with this?
Let's change it.
Because
And let's move on.
that's what I'm trying to.
And let's talk about Baker Mayfield. Is that
Yeah.
an anomaly? Is that just a one-off?
No, this is
Because-
Baker. This is who he is. He's just been waiting.
Is
for
it
right-
the system?
He's just been waiting for it. I don't know.
You know,
I can't say
I
it with a straight face.
You don't like Baker?
No, I can't. I don't. It's
Does
not that
he
I don't.
stay with the
It's
Rams?
not that I don't like Baker.
I don't
It's
know.
just that he had a year. Well, he had a year like these last couple of games in Cleveland, where it was like, oh snap, Baker Mayfield took that step forward, and then the next season it was like, dude, Baker Mayfield sucks, and then they got rid of him. So it's I don't know if this is Baker or if this is just what Baker can be if he took things more seriously and devoted himself to this football thing.
You know what?
System or organization?
You know what I think it is?
Yes,
Strick?
this is a much better organization than Cleveland or Carolina.
I don't even think this is organization. I think it's a coach. Look at what does Brock Purdy and Baker Mayfield have in common? A top 3 coach in the NFL: Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan.
Those are top 3.
I would
Those are
say
two of
they're
the top 3?
and I would say Belichick is in your top 3 too. I would say those are your 3 best coaches in the NFL.
No Mike Tomlin.
No Andy Reid.
No, I would say those are your 3 best coaches in the
No
NFL.
Pete Carroll.
No, But I would say Pete Carroll's top 5, and Russell Wilson was successful when he was with Pete Carroll.
You have a weird top 3.
I would say, but you know who's a garbage head coach? Josh McDaniels. And now look what happened to Derek Carr.
That's true. He is a
Well,
garbage.
yeah.
I think a lot. I think
Same
more than
with
anything, this is
same with
coaching.
Nathaniel Hackett. Same with
Nathaniel Hackett. Exactly.
What about your boy Patrice?
Oh, Patricia, that offense coordinator?
Nah, Patricia, also garbage.
So you're saying that's not top 3? I would say it's Shanahan. I would say in this order: Shanahan, McVay, Belichick.
Despite this year, if you're going right now, I mean, sure, maybe, but I would. You would have to include. No, if you're going right now, Andy Reid's up there.
Yeah,
Buffalo's head coach is up there, and so is the Bengals. Zach Taylor. Those are your top 3. If you're going right now, those are your top 3. If you're going current head coaches in the NFL, top 3: Andy Reid, Buffalo's head coach, and Zach Taylor.
Sean McDermott.
Those have to be your top 3. They have to be.
I
Their
think
teams are performing
Shanahan
at
has
such
to
a
be
high
number
level.
1. Shanahan has to be. You made Jimmy G and Brock Purdy an 11-win football
No,
team.
and Sean McVay definitely can't be. You have 4 wins on the season. You said right now, which means we're not taking into account what he did
look
last
what
year.
he's
the
done
year
with Baker
before.
Mayfield.
We're not taking into account what he did last year, the year before.
Here's something crazy, and I'm gonna get ridiculed.
Go
I
ahead.
feel bad on this.
Go ahead, it's fun.
Doug Peterson and what he has done in Jacksonville this year.
I'd put him up there too.
Oh wait,
It's pretty impressive.
Who's Philly's head coach?
Nick Sirianni.
That's a top 3 head coach.
I'm saying Doug Peterson. What he done
You
in
said right
Jacksonville?
now.
And Shanahan. I still got to go Shanahan.
They
Who
are
has done the
13-1.
most? What?
They're 13-1.
They're 13-1.
What?
He's
but
top
no,
3, and it's not
okay.
close.
But he also has Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. We're talking about Brock Purdy.
Serious
The
question.
49ers
Brock
have
Purdy.
Serious
McCaffrey,
question.
Ayuk, Samuel,
They haven't had
George
McCaffrey
Kittle.
all season.
Before this season started, did you think
Jeff
Jalen
Wilson.
Hurts would be in the MVP conversation?
No, but I think he'd be good. I mean, they made the playoffs.
Did
last
you
year.
think Jalen Hurts would have double-digit wins at this point in the season with the Eagles?
Probably not.
I'm gonna say no.
Did you
That's
think that
Siri-
Brock
that's
Purdy would be?
Sirianni.
Did you think Brock Purdy would be undefeated?
Brock Purdy's played 3 games.
Exactly. And he has not lost a game in the NFL. And Jimmy G has lost once this season? Twice?
Jimmy G's been to the Super Bowl.
With
That's oh my god.
with
Ooh,
Kyle
I don't see a
Shanahan.
rebuttal.
With
I
Kyle
don't see a
Shanahan.
We're
rebuttal.
talking about this year.
Oh,
We're talking about this
There's a little
year.
deflection.
Sirianni
And I
has
am
one
throwing, and I
loss.
am,
It's a
and
little
I'm going
Rico
this year.
deflection.
And I am going this year. I think Sirianni's a good coach.
Are you the smartest guy in the room?
I just think Kyle Shanahan has done the most with the least amount.
Ooh, challenge.
I mean, he's gone from Jimmy G to now not skipped a beat with Brock Purdy.
What say you, nigga? You over there real quiet.
Well, so
Stoic.
I'd say Shanahan's
I'm
one.
confused because Nate, you said we were doing this season.
This season.
So we're only reflecting on one season.
And I'm going to say Shanahan.
I have no problem putting Shanahan top 5. I have no problem putting Shanahan top 5. Not a problem at all. I think in some order, and it's going to take deep dives to really go across the nitty gritty part of it. Like, and you can go through it with a fine tooth comb or whatever. But it's like in some order: Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni. Big part of the Eagles and Nick Sirianni is probably them trading for AJ Brown in the offseason, which is GM stuff. But so it's.
That was a steal.
I mean, that's
big
that was a steal. That was highway robbery.
What about Minnesota's head coach?
Hey,
I don't know.
They're
Hey,
are you fighting?
The thing
Your
is,
cousin's rolling right
They're
now.
12-3.
Y'all
thing
fight
is-
They play a lot of noon
This
games. They
is-
play a lot of noon games.
let me ask you this, though. And this is why I'm going to say
Super
Shanahan
Bowl's
over
played tonight.
Sirianni.
We got about a minute left.
You put Jimmy G and Brock Purdy on the Eagles. Are they still as successful as they are now?
I don't know.
I think there's a
So,
chance. I think there's a chance.
I don't know.
I think there's a chance.
I don't know. It's impressive, man. It's
I
impressive.
think it's also important. It's important to remember that it's been such a small sample size with Brock Purdy. Bailey Zappi had 2 great games.
It's true.
I mean, it's such a small sample
Ryan
size.
Leaf had 3
Bailey
games.
What about your boy?
Bailey Zappi's
What
undefeated
about
in
your
the NFL.
boy, the Cowboys?
Yeah.
And Bill Belichick's in my top 3.
Benvenucci.
Benvenucci.
I mean, Trace McSorley.
Come on, man.
No.
What are we? What are we doing?
All right, we're done for today.
Your top 3 are Sirianni, McDermott, and Andy Reid. That's it.
Ah, yeah, we forgot Buffalo. All right, we're done for today. All right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow on the block. Strick and Nate coming up next.
Adios.
What are we doing here?
Throwing out Trace McSorley. Come on.